Today's workout is going to be a fantastic cardio core workout, really spiking that heart rate and working those abdominals all at the same time. So here's how today's workout is going to go. Each exercise is going to have two exercises. One is going to be a core strength exercise, while the other is going to be a core cardio exercise. So we're really working on building that strength through our core, but then we're going to infuse that cardio, spiking that heart rate up, helping us get into that fat burning zone, and then creating that afterburn effect. So that means basically we're burning calories up to 12, even 24 hours after our workout, depending on how hard you go. So let's get started with circuit number one. We're going to be down on the floor for this. We're going to start with a leg drop with a chest press. And I always like to include some upper body work through in our core work because it really does help keep that heart rate in that fat burning zone, as well as stress the body and make the whole body work. It's never fun just to work one muscle, right? So small pair of hand weights. It could be 5 pounds, it could be 8 pounds, it could be 10 pounds, whatever works for you. They could be water bottles, soup cans, or if you just want to do an air press with no weights, that's fine too. But first we're going to make sure that our hips are tilted into our pelvis so that lower back is completely on the floor. So that's our gauge here. We want that back on the floor. Our elbows are going to be at our shoulder level, and we're going to pick up those legs into a 90-degree angle. Again, our back still pressed to the floor, and as we pull our chest press up, pushing those hands in, we're going to extend one leg, keeping that back flat to the floor, come back down to the floor with our arms, and back to center for our legs, and then come out with the opposite leg. Now, if you feel like your back's popping up and you don't have the complete strength to do this movement, you can leave your leg in 90 and then just come in through a bended knee, or even just modify how far you go down to the floor. It doesn't have to be all the way down. All right, here we go for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, squeeze into those glutes, push that belly button right into the spine, and really feel that whole lower back, whole back, just pull right into the floor. And with that upper body, our elbows and shoulders are nice and aligned, and we're pushing in through the chest, pushing straight up from our shoulders. Exhale as we push up and pull down with that leg. Inhale as we come back to the floor with those arms, and come back to center with those legs. Good. Really thinking about that belly button right to that spine in 3, 2, and rest it right here. Awesome. All right, pulling ourselves around. We're going to come into a plank and we're going to do our mountain climbers. So we're in a plank position and we can run these mountain climbers, we can walk these mountain climbers, or we can sprint them. Our hands are going to be right underneath our chest, and we're going to take our knees, walk them, run them right into our spine or into our belly button. You can do this from the wall as well. Just stand about half a body length away from the wall and run those knees in. Here we go for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Pull those knees in. Good. So when you're doing this from the floor, you want to make sure that your hips are aligned with your shoulders, so you're really getting that core engagement. The higher you pike your bum through this, the less core engagement you're going to get. But if you are piking your bum because you need to modify a bit, then you're just working on getting that heart rate up, but you're not necessarily engaging the core as much. Here we go in 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. So we're going to take about a 10-second break. Really just time to transition back onto your back for that leg drop with chest press. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Grab little sips of water when you want. Here we go, making sure that back's flat to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Pull up and push down through those legs. Really concentrate on that lower back, pushing into the floor. If it starts to pop up, just really modify how low your legs go and how long you put them. Keep them nice and bent, and just come halfway down to the floor if you need to. Don't hold your breath. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Let's turn around. Take that little break, transition break. Grab a sip of water if you want. We're moving into 30-second mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Remember, you can walk these, you can run them, or you can sprint them. Up to you. Body position is key. As mentioned, your hips should be in line with your shoulder to get that core engagement. If you're piking your bum up, you're just concentrate on more of cardio aspect. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. Okay, one more time. This goes quickly. 30 seconds each, 3 times, 3-minute circuits. Here we go. 3, 2, go for it. Awesome. Really, again, concentrating on that lower back whenever we're doing any type of leg drops. You really want to push into the floor and really modify if you need to. Modifications are always there to help you perform the exercise to the best of your ability and to make it effective for you. Not because weak or you can't do anything, it's because it's best for you. In 3, 2, and rest it. Awesome. One more time with those mountain climbers. Here we go. Transitioning onto our plank or up to the wall. In 3, 2, 1. Squeezing through those glutes. Push that belly button right to the spine. You got this. Halfway, 15 seconds. 10 more. Come on. Pull these knees in. Belly button's tucked. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it there. Good job. Circuit 1, cardio core. All done. Okay, so circuit number 2, another 3-minute circuit. 2 exercises, 30 seconds each, repeated 3 times. We're going to start with our spiders. And again, there's different variations that you can do with your spiders. And remember, anything you can do in plank, you could do from a low wall. So you just stand about half a body length away, hands directly either out or bend right in front of you. And then squeezing through those glutes and tuck the belly button in. So here's our plank version. High plank, hands directly underneath your shoulders. You can draw that knee right to the outside of your elbow. Take a peek at that knee and then switch over to the other side. Again, staying in that nice plank where your hips are aligned with your shoulder. You can move to the knees for a little modification. You can also go down into a low plank for more intensity. So this is a much harder version because you're lower to the ground, your center of gravity is lower, and it's harder to keep that positioning. So you choose what you'd like to do. Here we go for 30-second spiders. In 3, 2, 1, draw that knee as close to the outside of the elbow as you can. Really concentrate on taking the hips down a little bit so you get that crunch in through those obliques. You can't go all the way to your elbow. That's okay. If you have to come to your knees, go for it. It works for you. You're getting the benefit of those movements. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. Infusing some cardio in there. We're going to either go to the wall or stay on the floor, or you can come up and do a regular jumping jack, but what we're going to do is plank jacks. So you can be in a high plank, and you're going to jump out, in, keeping those legs straight, keeping those hips as still as possible. You can go into a low plank for this, for a little bit more core engagement, and again, you can come up, do a regular jumping jack, or do a jack off the wall. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze into those glutes. Whew. My hair is making my face itchy. 20 seconds. Keep those legs nice and straight. Keep those, you're working your inner, outer thighs here as well. Hands directly underneath your shoulder. Belly button's tight. Glutes are tight. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest it here. Whew. Arms are going to feel this one. So the great thing about different type of core work, especially when you do through plank, you're working that upper body as well. So never working just one muscle. Here we go for those spiders in 3, 2, 1. Tuck those in. Try to get to the outside of your arm, really engaging the side core. Breathe as you take those knees out. And when you return to plank, take a nice big breath in. 10 seconds. In. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. Let's move to those plank jacks. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Jack it out. Now you can take different speeds through this jack. Up to you. 20 seconds. Making sure we're supporting that upper body. Our bum's not too high. It's in line with those elbows or those shoulders. Less than 10. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. One more time. Let's move to our spiders. Coming into our plank. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Draw those knees in. Take a look at your knee as you come in. It helps those hips kind of draw down a little bit. Really engaging those core muscles. Good. We got 10 seconds right here. Thumbs nice and tight. Belly button's tucked in. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Shake those arms out because we got one more plank jack right here. If your arms are killing you, get up, do a regular jumping jack, go to the wall. Let's just spike that heart rate for the last 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go for it. I'm gonna come down to my forearms, the last 30. I'm gonna push myself through this circuit. 20 seconds. Here we go, last 10. You can do this, push it through. Legs are tired, arms are tired. In 3, 2, and we're resting right here. That was a good one. Everything hurts on that one. Let's go to circuit number 3. So circuit number 3, we're going to start on our back. We're going to make sure that our shoulders are flat to the floor. Now you can incorporate a weight into this. You don't have to. We're going to incorporate a weight. The movement doesn't change whether you have a weight or not. So the hands are always going to be in the same position with whether you're holding a weight. Shoulders are flat to the floor, so you're opening up those airways. You can have your feet either slightly bent, so your feet are slightly on the floor, or knees are slightly bent and your feet are on the floor, or you can lengthen that legs for a little bit of a harder version. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on pushing our belly button into our spine, pushing those hips into our pelvis, and we're going to push our arms forward, chin off our chest. So you fit a size of an apple between your chin and your chest, and you're going to roll forward up, really reaching with that weight or hands, pushing that belly button right to your spine, and then you're going to roll down with that lower back hitting the back first. Now, if this is a bit difficult for you, whether your legs are bent or straight, here's a little tip. Go to your couch and tuck your tips of your feet underneath your couch. And that way you have a little bit more grounding to come up and down. And as you gain strength, you won't need the couch anymore. Here we go for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, and go for it right here. Roll down so that lower back hits the floor first. And you're really pushing through with that belly button down to the spine, and then pushing up with those arms and reaching past your hips. You're hinging from the hips as you come up to full sit and really stretching through. Exhale as you reach forward. Inhale as you come down. Chin off our chest. We shouldn't be feeling this through the neck at all. It should all be through the core and chest. In 3, 2, and we're resting right here. Good job. All right, switching to cardio, we're going to do an inchworm. So you're going to come to the end of your mat. And this is really about coming in and out as fast as you can. But you're going to start from the balls of your feet, hands in between your legs. You're going to walk yourself out to a plank position, and then you're going to walk yourself back in, never coming higher than this position right here. So you're just going to walk out, hands underneath your shoulders, squeezing through those glutes, and walk your hands back towards your feet. Here we go, inchworm. In 3, 2, 1, nice and low, and come back to your feet. Squeezing through those glutes as you hit that plank position, hips at shoulder level, should not be higher or lower, keeping that back nice and neutral. Awesome. 10 seconds right here. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Let's come back to that full roll up. Second set in this circuit. Grabbing your weight if you choose. In 3, 2, and then push in through that belly button and pull down, lower back, hitting that floor first. Chin is always off our chest. So you're really not reaching with that neck at all. Tuck your feet underneath that couch if you can for extra help. Almost there. In 3, 2, and rested here. Awesome. Let's go to our low inchworms. I always say that sometimes the transition between the two exercises is just as much as a workout. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Come out, squeeze into those glutes. Really take that belly button, push it into the spine. You're walking out so your hands are underneath your shoulders. 15. Stay on the balls of your feet. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. All right. Let's come back onto our backs. Full roll up. Whew. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Push into that belly button. Squeeze into those glutes. Keep that back nice and secure. Roll down, that lower back hits the mat first. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and we got one more inchworm here. Here we go, moving through quickly, keeping that heart rate at a nice even level and then spiking it through those 30 seconds. Here we go, in 3, 2, walk it out. Really concentrate on keeping those hips nice and leveled, squeezing in through those glutes, walking out so your hands are underneath your shoulders and staying on the balls of your feet. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Shake out those arms. We are flying through this. Next circuit coming up. Okay, for our next circuit, we're on our backs and we're going to do our bridge marches. So whenever we're on our backs, our shoulders are flat to the floor, so we're opening up those airways. With our bridge marches, we're going to leave our hands, no upper body weight for this one, for this particular movement. Here, we're going to take our hands by the side of our bum here, palms flat to the floor. Lift up those hips, squeeze into those glutes, and we're going to lift up one leg, keep it in the same position, tuck it right to your knee, to your chest. That foot becomes parallel with the ceiling, and then you're just going to replace it back down, and then repeat here. Notice how I'm not lengthening and putting my knee up and then lengthening my leg down. It's staying in the same position the whole time. We're going to alternate left and right. You're going to notice your hips come down as your knee comes in, and then it's naturally going to come back up as your feet come down. So don't worry too much about pushing your hips up and down. That'll work. That'll happen anyway. Here we go. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Tuck those knees right in. Squeeze into the glutes. So what you want to be feeling is those ribs sinking down, shortening that torso as the knee comes in, and then your torso getting nice and long as you replace your feet back to the floor. Exhale as those knees come in. Inhale as the feet come back to the floor. Belly button's nice and tight. Squeezing through those glutes. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. We're going to come up onto our feet. So a safe way to get up, hands behind one leg, lift it up in the air, and then roll yourself up, and then get up onto your feet. 30-second pop downs. Pop downs, we're gonna jump squat, bring one hand down to the floor, jump back up, jump squat right back down. You can walk it as well, or take a break in that 30 seconds. Here we go. Let's get that heart rate spiked. In 3, 2, 1, jump it down, and you're going into your heels. So that chest is staying high. We're not hinging from those hips. Coming down, and pace it towards you. You can go faster, or pace it like normal time. Slow it down even more. But we want to make sure that you're into those heels, really stressing in to the legs, pushing into that core. Belly button goes high. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Back down for those bridge marches. On the floor. Shoulders flat. Lift up those hips. In 3, 2, 1. Pull those knees in. Really feel that torso get nice and short. Squeeze into those glutes. Keep that lower back nice and tight. 10 seconds. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Really working those transverse abdominals as well as fully upper abdominals as well. Let's move ourselves up. Pop down, spiking that heart rate. 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Pop it down. Sink into those heels. Keep that chest high. We're not bending over. We're sinking down. Try to get all the way to that floor. Really, really get deep into that squat. Woo, this feels good. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. One more time. Bridge marches on the floor. Shoulders flat. Squeeze up through those glutes. Not giving you much time, I know. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. This is the beauty of me working you through this so you don't, well, I guess you could pause me if you really needed an extra break. I should make that a golden rule. Try not to pause. Interruptions, yes. Tired? Let's just push yourself. You can do this. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it. Last time, let's pop it down. Coming up. Taking a big break. Little sips of water whenever you want. That's the reason you can't pause me, just to take that upper sip of water. 3, 2, 1. Pop it down. Get that heart rate. Coming up. 15, halfway. In less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's our 30 right there. Good job. Geez, these circuits are moving fast. We have 2 more circuits to go. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for this next circuit, we're coming down to the floor. I'm going to do a thread the needle. So we're going to be in a side plank, side low plank. So what I mean by low plank is a forearm. So our shoulder and our elbow is going to be nice and aligned, and your hip and your knees are going to be nice and aligned. Now, one version is to have that bottom leg bent, so that when you come up into that side plank, you're putting your weight into that one knee. That other leg, your top leg, is going to be directly over top. We're going to reach our hand nice and tall, and we're going to then turn our chest, thread our hand right through as if we're reaching for something on the other side of our mat, and then come back up, squeezing in through those glutes and really tucking that belly button in. You want to try and keep the hips as square, but we're turning through that chest, and then we're coming back up. Now you can add a weight into here and come in and then pull up, or you can also come into a full side plank. So you can scissor those legs, you can stack those legs, whatever works for you. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Squeeze into those glutes. Really stretch that arm across your chest. Pull that belly button right into your spine, and our bum is nice and tight. So we're really working our side obliques here. Really working our shoulders as well. But again, we want to make sure we're squeezing into those glutes and really tightening in through the core, so we do alleviate some of that pressure in through the shoulders. We should not be putting our body weight into our upper body. It should all be squeezed into our core. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. We're actually going to come up to standing for our cardio. We're going to be doing skater hops. A couple different ways you can do your skater hops. We're going to be doing side lateral jumps. So you can tuck one leg behind the other. You can keep it up and reach across your body with your opposite hand. So you're just balancing this way. Or you can plant that leg right down to the floor, touch the opposite leg, and then come in sinking into the heel of the leg you're supporting you. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. I'm going to leave my leg suspended, and I'm going to push into my core. And I'm going to make sure I'm using more of my core to do this movement. I'm going to speed it up to raise that heart rate. So you do whatever version works for you. So you can plant it, or you can keep it suspended. Less than 10. You guys got this. You're rocking it. I know you are. 3, 2, and rest it. Good. Let's come back down to the floor. Get into our side plank. We're not changing our side. Use the same side you did before. So if you're balancing on your right, keep doing your right. In 3, 2, go for it right here. Really squeeze into that core. Push into that belly button. Exhale that breath as you reach through. And really exaggerate how far you push your arm through. It's not just to our chest. It's past our chest, right? Almost to the other side of your mat. 10 more seconds. You should really be able to turn your chest right to your arm. 3, 2, and rest it here. Good, let's infuse some cardio there. Coming up for our skater hops. Plant those or keep them suspended. Good, side to side hops. Here we go. Good. So the goal for these cardio is really just to spike up that heart rate. So if you want to jump further along, just to get that heart rate going, or smaller, just to get that heart rate going, whatever gets that heart rate spiking. Doing awesome. We are at 10, almost 10 seconds. Good, here we go, 10. Almost there, 5, 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. One more time on the same side, coming down for those threads and needles. Same side as before. Our next circuit, we'll switch over to the other side. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Big breath in as you reach high. Exhale as you reach through. Keep eating my hair. Problems of short hair workouts, I think, when it doesn't fit into a ponytail anymore. Squeeze into your bum. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. I feel like cussing it with it all over my face. Okay, coming up for those last set of skater hops. Moving my mat so I don't fall. Here we go. In 3, 2, skater hops. 30 seconds. Raise that heart rate. Whether I drop to that leg, planting it down, or whether I keep it up. Belly button's tucked. Doing awesome. 10 seconds. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Great job, guys. So, as promised, we're going to switch to the opposite side for those threads and needles in our last circuit coming up. So our final circuit is going to include the other side of those threads and needles. So coming down, if you did your right side before, you're on the left and vice versa. Remembering that our shoulder and our elbow are nice and aligned, our hips and our knee are nice and aligned. You can do that through a full plank. You can do that with your knee down. We're going to turn through. You can also do it from the wall. Anything you do in plank can be done through the wall. Squeeze into those glutes. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. And again, we're reaching as if something's on the other side of our mat, really pushing our chest towards the mat, keeping our bum nice and tight and those hips as square as possible. Really exaggerating how far you reach over. This one's not about speed. It's really about contracting in through that belly button, pushing it in through the spine, keeping the bum nice and tight, and really feeling that pull through the midsection. 3, 2, and rest it. All right, move into our final cardio, which is going to be our burpees. All right, here are your burpee options. We're going to do a 4-point burpee. So this is not a full 6-point burpee, but you can do a 6-point burpee, and I'll show you what a 6-point burpee is. But for probably the majority of us, we're going to do a 4-point. So we're going to start with just a little hop at the top. Then we're going to come down to our feet, kick out with those feet, bring those feet back to our hands, and finish with a hop. So you can also walk that out as well, coming out and in and hopping. Now, a 6-point burpee, if you choose, is coming all the way to the floor. So once you come down to your hands, kick out, you're going to bring your whole body to the floor, push yourself up through those arms, and come back up. So there's the most intense version. If you're not really into burpees, don't do them well, don't find benefit out of them, still raise that heart rate by doing a reverse tap back and a big hop up. So you're still going to get that heart rate. Keep those knees bent at all times, keep in that low crouch, and do a nice big hop. Here we go. Burpees for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Now when you kick out, you're going to be squeezing in through those glutes. Make sure you keep that lower back nice and tight. Keep that belly button nice and tight. And try to get those feet back to your hands in one big swoop. Almost there. 3, 2, and rest it right here. All right, second set. 2 minutes left. On your side for those side thread the needles. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Squeeze in and pull through. Someone's got that string again. Pulling your belly button right into your spine and really turning yourself around, reaching through that mat to the other side. And then reaching nice and tall. Exhales, you reach through. Inhales, you reach up. Bum's nice and tight. Squeeze in. We don't want to feel this through the shoulder. Almost there. 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Done that. Time for burpees. You do the variation burpee that works for you. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Good. Walk it out, jump it out. Take your time. Just try and get that heart rate up. So if that means tapping back and jumping up instead of burping all the way to the floor or into plank, whatever gets that heart rate going. Almost there. In 3, 2, and 1. One more minute here, ladies. Here we go. Side plank. Thread the needle. Last circuit. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze right through. Really concentrate on where you're contracting. Breathing in and out. Almost there. Oh, this feels so good after burpees, don't you think? In 3, 2, and we're resting right here. Good job. We got 30 more seconds. Finish off strong, spiking that heart rate with those burpees. Almost done our cardio core fusion workout. In 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're still contracting through that bum and pushing into that belly button. Woo! Don't you love ending a workout with burpees? You can do this. It's almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Just a few more. In 3, 2, and finish it off right there. Good job, ladies. Grab that sip of water. Let's cool that heart rate down with our cool down next.